Hello again. Here I am with a couple more pens from my collection. What I have here are two interesting pens that are probably referred to as, say, school pens. And they're both from the same brand, but it's a brand that's causing me a lot of problems trying to figure out exactly what they are. And it probably has more to do with a naming issue nowadays. Nowadays, with the internet, we can search for many, many different brands of pens, but these two present a problem, and it's simply that they're called Elite. Now, if you look up Elite on any browser, YouTube, uh, go to different sites, you'll probably get uh, lots of different high-end pens, Mont Blanc and Pilot or Waterman's and things like that. But it's almost impossible to find a pen that's actually called Elite amongst all the other noise that goes on. And I found these a while back on eBay, and they were from the same seller. I purchased one from him originally, and then later, a couple of months later, he posted a second one, and it was called Elite. And since I sort of liked the first one so much, I went ahead and bought the second one. They're fairly small pens, or they seem to be small pens, probably more due to the weight of the pens. They're fairly light, but in actual fact, they're not that small in comparison to, say, this is a Pilot Metropolitan and this is a Lamy All-Star. So they are smaller than these two pens, but not significantly smaller. Uh, I think the best way to describe these pens would be to say that they are um, probably student pens uh, or just a lower cost pen. They might be made by another manufacturer that's well known, and it's just using the imprint as for Elite for different purposes. I have found some information, but it's very scarce. I've heard from the seller that they were made in Italy, and I've heard from a friend who purchased an Elite once when she was young and traveling in France as a student, and she thought it was a French pen. I've also heard tell through a forum that someone thought it was a Swiss pen. I have no idea. They're quite nice pens. Um, they have they're in good condition. They're plastic. This is a gold plated. Well, I'm assuming it's gold plated. Clip and cap band. Uh, they are um, this is they're sort of reminiscent of other brands, which is quite interesting. This one reminds me with the hooded the it has a hooded nib, and as you can see, I'm just trying to get it in focus here. It reminds me of, say, the Parker 51 or other knockoffs that were around the time. It has a very nice uh, ink window on it, which was one of the things that attracted me to this pen at first. And the reason it has an ink window is it's also a piston filler, which is kind of surprising because at first I thought it was a fairly inexpensive pen, and it was actually inexpensive buying it from eBay. It wasn't a very popular brand, or it just didn't seem to be listed very high, so I got a very good deal on it. And I don't have it inked at the moment, and sometime I will do an ink writing sample, a writing sample with it, but not today. Um, but all in all, it's a very attractive pen. Um, Here you can see in the light, you can see the imprint on the barrel, Elite, and that's pretty much the only branding on the pen. Um, they're a screw cap, so that's one thing. This other one is a little different. It has, there you can see Elite, once again, gold clip, gold cap band, screw cap, and this one does not have an ink window. It has a very interesting nib, which is sort of reminiscent to, say, Mont Blanc at the time. It's almost what I would call a fingernail style nib, and it's a very nice writer. It's not inked at the moment, and this one is a cartridge converter pen, and I can't remember what the converter is. I think it's just a standard international, and It holds a fair good amount of ink, and it's actually one of those pens that if anyone has any information they could send me, I would love to hear more about them. It's one of the fun parts of the hobby is trying to research the pens you have, and sometimes a pen that causes, more problems than you expect can be a lot of fun. So I'm hoping to one day, more have more information and fully understand this pen. Uh, anyway, thank you very much. I hope you have a nice day. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to subscribe, I would really appreciate that too. Thank you very much. Have a good day.